Directors meeting for April 16, 2024. Roll call.
Blair.
Here.
Smiley. Wiles.
Here.
Hunt.
Here.
Rissler.
Here.
Allen. Carroll.
Here.
At this time, if you will please stand with me as Director Carroll leads us in a word of prayer, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's pray. Father, tonight we come to you and give thanks. We have a community that is doing some wonderful things as we stand united with you. Tonight we have opportunity to see some of our first responders, and we give thanks for them, for the courage that you have placed within them to do the job and the ability to do it with excellence as they protect us as citizens. Thank you for the work of this community and that we can do what you have called us to do and be who you called us to be. In these things we give thanks in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to ask anyone that has an electronic device or a cell phone, any of that, would please silence or turn that off so we don't have an interruption during our meeting. And thank you very much for that. Next on our agenda is public input time. At this time, I would ask if there is anyone that would like to address the board on an item that is not on our regularly scheduled agenda. If you would, please come to the podium, give us your name and address, and you will have 3 minutes.
Mayor Nations, directors, I'm Mike Brown, former resident of Siloam Springs, former publisher of the News Leader, and tonight representing the Walton Family Foundation. I've been attending your meetings now for several years, mostly asking for your cooperation or your financial support or your help to make the Woka Whitewater Park a reality. Tonight, I'm here to thank you for that support. The park has been open since the fall, but the grand opening will be April 26th. GRDA is planning that grand opening. Hope you can attend. The city contributed land for the park. You contributed money to help make the dam safer. And we've also got a trail, the Lake Francis Trail is a paved trail, a 10-foot concrete trail that will come off of the Woka Trail that opened last summer that goes from Siloam Springs into the Whitewater Park. But the Lake Francis Trail will come off of that trail in Oklahoma and go over to Arkansas 59. And if you can believe it, I think it'll be prettier than the Woka Trail.
Mike,
In
would
the-
you pull that microphone to?
Those paved trails, and that's about almost 6 miles of paved trail. There'll be 14 miles of mountain bike single track that could be multi-purpose natural surface trail. It's on the hillsides north of the Woka Whitewater Park, extending over onto the land that the city owns in Oklahoma, and then extending further on through the Lake Francis Preserve that's owned by the Northwest Arkansas Land Trust. As a part of the planning for the Woka Trail, the Walton Family Foundation provided construction documents to the city that the city has to extend from the Rains Road trailhead on up to Highway 412, where the existing city trail system is currently. These new outdoor recreation amenities are going to attract a lot of folks to Siloam Springs in the years and decades to come. I think it's going to attract a lot of residents to Siloam Springs because of the quality of life that they bring. It's going to be really important in the years ahead that the city, Grand River Dam Authority, the Northwest Arkansas Land Trust, the Chamber, Main Street, all the different parties work together to attract people, plan events that will bring people over to see Siloam Springs and enjoy these amenities. you're going to have a destination now that frankly wasn't here 30 years ago. And there's a lot of folks from the corridor. I live in Bentonville now. There's a lot of folks from the corridor that have been through Siloam Springs, but all they've seen are the fast food places on 412. They've never gotten off into the downtown to see what a beautiful downtown you have, and they've not done the other things, and they'll be finding out about them for the first time. So anyway, I appreciate all your help, and I encourage you to get out and see the trails, to come out to the Whitewater Park opening, and tell your friends and neighbors about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate all your help in this.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
can I say something real quick?
Sure.
I just want to thank Mike and the Walton Family Foundation and GRDA and all those who did make WOCA a reality. I'm one that's enjoyed it, and I know every time I've been there, I've seen many other people enjoying it as well, and I do agree that it's just a really neat thing for our community, and we'll do a lot to improve the community. So thank you very much. Please pass along my thank yous.
Is there anyone else that would like to address the board?
Okay, I'm going.
It's you.
Just making sure.
Absolutely. Name and address for us, please.
Nice, nice. All right. I even have little notes just in case, y'all. Don't worry, I'm not reading all of this.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
pardon me. I just heard from citizens that the volume is cutting in and out.
Okay.
Is that better?
Is it the microphone that their public is speaking into, or did I just say the mics? Yeah, okay. So, yeah, if you'll just make sure you're in front of it, Courtney. Thank you.
You are most welcome.
All right. Now, your
Okay.
name and address first, and then the floor is yours.
Oh, nice. Do you want my address or the courses? Which one do you want?
Yours.
Thank you. Corey Irwin, 22246 Don Hill East Road, Siloam Springs. And I am here to give a little report about the golf course. So first, in case y'all haven't seen or been by or heard, our greens are open. We are so excited about that. They look fabulous, and they play even better than they look. Josh Mitchell, our superintendent, and Tim Richardson, his assistant, they have worked really, really hard and just have been making sure that everything is going really well with those. They have aerated and been top dressing and just doing a fabulous job. They are currently in the process of now updating all the valves on the greens for watering purposes and irrigation, and they've been going through the course, and they've almost got it all done. So if you were out this weekend or today, there's still a few places where they were digging. It's almost completely finished. The grass is finally starting to grow. All this warm weather has been awesome. So the Bermuda's growing on the fairways. People are really excited. There was a guy last week who came in, and he said that he's been playing this course for about 20 years, and this was the best he thinks it has ever looked, and definitely ever played, he said. So that was awesome. I mean, and I've been hearing that more and more, so it's very exciting. We purchased some new tee markers, so if you see those out there, that's fun. We love that. So now we have ones on all of the different, for all the colors on all of the tees. I wanted to say thanks, you guys, for the new equipment. We got the aerator, a fertilizer spreader, a really larger 72-inch greens mower. We got a green mower for the tees and the collars around there, a top dresser, and my favorite, the Pro Gator. So thank you for that. Those have been amazing, really helped. And thank you for the bathroom remodel. The city's about got that done, and that was so hugely needed. The bathroom that's out on the course, it looks so good. Cliff Hickman and, oh my stars, his assistant that I always call James, but y'all know who I'm talking about. It's not James, it's his assistant, and I'm so sorry. He's so fun. Anyways, they've done a great job. So it looks great. If you are out there that way, now you have a place to use the restroom. So, we have quite a few new members, so we've been so excited about that. Even just this weekend, I think Sunday, we had 3 new members sign up. By the way, to all of the first responders and things here, if you ever want a membership, you do get a special rate. Just going to throw that out there for you. So we're real excited. We actually had a record-breaking day for our course. It was phenomenal. I mean, it was It was crazy and super busy, but it was so much fun. People were just there playing. They were happy. Everyone was excited about the Masters weekend. And we had a little Masters and Me tournament thing, actually. And I promise has nothing to do with me, but my dad won. So Dale Akins has our green jacket for our course this year. So we were excited about that. So anyways, also out of this past weekend, out of all of Maxim's courses, and they have a lot of 18-hole courses. We're just a little 9-hole course without many of the amenities they have. We were the 6th highest earner out of all of their courses this weekend. That's phenomenal, you guys. And honestly, I just want to say, like, that is credit hugely to our superintendent for making the greens lovely. And you all for putting the money into our course and the manpower and help that so much you guys have done, and just the people in our community that are willing to come back out and play. And we just appreciate everybody. So it's been a really fun time. We have a great team in place. We have a couple of new things. We have hired Brian Thomas. He's our golf pro. If you don't know Brian Thomas, you need to meet him. He's a local Asylum boy. He grew up playing at that course. He has been offering clinics for little kids, bigger kids, women, men. It's awesome. He has one tonight, right out there tonight. It was pretty fun. We have all kinds of things happening, women's nights, men's leagues, couples leagues. It's fun. So you guys come. We're having a ribbon cutting Thursday, the 25th. I hear that you're going to do an inaugural golf swing. Woohoo!
You know, I've never played golf in my life, okay? So this should be really fun.
I think you should probably call Brian, and he can show you how to do it. We'll get Brian Thomas. You can come to the next ladies' clinic. We invite you guys all to come. It's going to be fun. We'll have lunch. We're going to have like a putting and chipping tournament, and you can watch Mayor Nation swing the first golf club there. I did want to talk about a little bit. I've kind of heard a little bit of chatter about rates. So I wanted to address this. If that's, can I address that?
Well, you're actually over your 3 minutes.
I only get 3 for this time?
You do.
Really, for real? I didn't even have it on my watch, Miss Nation.
I understand.
Okay.
But
Yes.
if you do have information about the rates, because I know that there has been some questions, okay?
I would have skipped some stuff.
Would you all like to hear about that? Or, yeah,
All of our mics are cutting out online.
okay. So apparently
And
we
it's-
have an issue
and
with
it's
our
got-
mics.
And it's gotten worse since Corey's been speaking.
Okay. Corey,
Only after 3.
Well,
you'll have to talk later, Corey, about that. If you would, just very, very quickly,
yeah, I will.
tell them about the rates, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and because I'm not sure what all of the concerns and things were, but I just wanted all of y'all to know, so our rates that were in place previously were actually temporary rates. And that was posted as temporary because we had temporary greens. So we have now, starting April 1st, once our greens opened, we just went back to our regular rates. We did increase them this year. Our policy really is simply, with Maxim, we look at the community, at the economy, and we look at area courses. And we are right in line with our rates right now with area courses. I've looked at every single one of them. For what we offer, and we do offer tea times, whereas there's one that's less than us, they don't offer a lot of things that we do. And so we're in line. They have increased, but I think most things have. I mean, I know I can't go to Chick-fil-A anymore for what I used to. So we just want to make sure that we have the best rates possible, but also provide a great service for our members and our patrons. But if anyone has a question about that, please feel free, call me, email me. I'm always available with that, and I can go through it further with you. But and I have copies of our rates, so if anybody does want something like that, just let me know. So
perfect. Thank you.
you're welcome. Thank you. Sorry for going over.
No, you're fine. You're forgiven this time. And I do hear that you have become quite a cook out there. Or maybe I should say chef.
Oh, that's way too overblown, because it's not hard to make a peanut butter and bacon sandwich.
Is there a website for the golf course? Okay.
Let me come right back up. Yes, Siloam Springs Golf .com, actually, super.
And it has rates and all that on it, all that
It does,
information.
yeah, and you can make your tea time on there, and I will say, if you want to come out and play on a weekend, you need a tea time anymore, because we had an hour wait on Saturday for a tea time if you didn't have one booked, so, yeah, thanks.
Anyone else? If not, we will move on then to our presentations. We are going to, we're going to spend a little time here tonight bragging and congratulating and all of that. Oh, I'm sorry, Arthur, you want to come?
Sorry, Madam Mayor, I thought it was public comment for things not on the agenda. Are you
Yes,
ready
sir.
for comment for things on the agenda yet?
No. Thank you. So, with that, we will start with our firemen. Going to introduce and give us some little information about what's going on tonight.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and Directors. John Vanetta, Deputy Fire Chief. And we're here, a bunch of us, obviously, to recognize Deputy Chief Brett Ford. Deputy Chief Ford, come on, get up here. Deputy Chief Ford has served in the fire service for 32 years, the last 22 of it here in Siloam Springs. He has been a leader and a mentor and an advocate for the Siloam Springs Fire Department for that whole time. And we are going to sorely miss him, but we wish him well as he moves forward in his retirement. Thank you, my friend.
And I would like to say a few words, part of that being, no one asked me if it was okay for you to retire, okay? So, but I am very, very happy for you. I wish you well in your retirement. I know that you'll be doing a lot of fun things, right? Yeah. But we would like to present to you a certificate of appreciation for your 22 years of service to the city of Siloam Springs and its citizens. You have served us well, and we appreciate all of that effort, all of that love and time you have given to us. Thank you, and congratulations. And with that, we will now move to our police department. And Chief Miller, I believe you have some promotions and things that you're going to share with us. Is
Yes,
that
Madam
correct?
Mayor, ladies and gentlemen of the board, Chief Scott Miller, Siloam Springs Police Department. I just wanted to present, some of you already know because you attended our awards banquet, but I just wanted to introduce some of our new command staff and supervision staff to all of you and the public. And so just starting immediately here to my left is Derek Spicer. Derek Spicer has been with the department for 24 years and was promoted to deputy chief as of April 1st. Then you have Juan Aviles as a captain. He's also been with the Siloam Springs Police Department for over 20 years, and he was just recently promoted to captain. And then we have Sergeant Van P, as we call him, because his name is so hard to pronounce. He's over our traffic unit and motors, which is the motorcycles, and he was promoted to sergeant. To my right here is Zach Ware. Zach Ware was one of our CID investigators that has promoted to sergeant and will be taking over a patrol sergeant position as of now. And then Ron Coble. Ron Coble has been instrumental in our criminal investigations division as our corporal, as well as part of the was promoted to sergeant over the criminal investigations division. So just as you get to know the new command staff, as the department continues to grow and changes, these are some of the future leaders coming up. I just want you to welcome them and be familiar with them. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you, gentlemen. How very lucky and blessed we are as a community to have people who want to serve us and to take care of us. Thank you all for what you do for us.
Madam Mayor,
Yes,
would it be all right if I gave a little testimonial?
yes, you may.
Now that they're leaving, I'd like to give a little testimonial report to send her off to see some children and soon-to-be grandchildren. On my way back from the airport, I saw smoke in Gentry. And I thought, well, at first I thought, well, that's SWEPCO. As I got closer to town, I saw that it was not. I come off of 112 there and turn south on 59 going out of town and have to pull over to the side because I didn't see any Gentry fire at that moment, but there were 2 fire trucks coming from Siloam Springs to go help fight that fire. And it speaks many things to me in that we have a unity among our communities. But when I made a point that as the trucks were going by, I was just watching the posture of the people, the men and women that were in the trucks. And it was a forward-leaning posture, a proactive one. They were ready to put themselves in harm's way. And they don't even know where they're going or who's going to be there. And it gave me a real sense of pride to know that if I'm in trouble, my family, my friends, something's going on, that we have some people that are ready to run to the fire or run to the accident and help out versus running away. And I was very proud of our first responders at that time. It just meant a lot to me, and I wanted to express that even though they've left the building. Thank you.
Thank you, Reed. So with that, we will move to our consent agenda. Item A, regular meeting minutes, April 2nd, 2024. Item B, approve grant application, terminal apron reconstruction grant, supplemental discretionary funds. Item C, resolution 22-24, setting hearing date for right-of-way vacation at 510 South College Street. Item D, grant acceptance, Walton Family Foundation, Foresting the Future for $108,000. Directors, is there any item that you would like to have removed for separate consideration?
Madam Mayor,
Yes, Lisa.
C.
I'm sorry?
Oh, C.
C, thank you. Item C, is there anyone else? If not, do I have a motion to present or to approve the consent agenda as presented with item C removed?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call?
Carroll.
Yes.
Rissler.
Yes.
Hunt.
Yes.
Wiles.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Motion is approved. At this time, we will consider Resolution 22-24. Is there any comments or questions?
I have to recuse myself because that's property owned by my husband and I.
Thank you. So Director Rissler has recused herself. Is there anyone else that has any questions or comments on this resolution? If not, do I have a motion to approve Resolution 22-24?
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second to approve. Roll call.
Rissler. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, Hunt.
Yes.
Wiles.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Motion is approved. Next, we will move on to ordinances. Ordinance 24-07, third reading, vacation of a utility easement for the 21,000 block of Davidson Road. Chris.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the third reading of the vacation of this utility easement. Nothing has changed since the second reading. Just as a reminder, the lot line is being adjusted at this location, which left a remaining easement, and that vacation request is to ensure that that portion of the property can be built on.
Thank you. Directors, comments or questions? Anyone in the audience that would like to address ordinance 24-07? If not, do I have a motion to place ordinance 24-07 on its third reading, suspending the rules, reading by title only?
Moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Blair,
Yes.
Wiles,
Yes.
Rissler,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
Hunt.
Yes.
Motion is approved. Christina?
Ordinance number 24-07, an ordinance vacating and abandoning utility easements at the 21,000 block of Davidson Road.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to adopt ordinance 24-07?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt. Roll call.
Wiles,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
Rissler,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Hunt.
Motion is approved. Ordinance 24-07 is adopted. Next is ordinance 24-08, second reading, amending City Municipal Code, Section 82-41 for rates. Jason?
Good evening, Madam Mayor, Board. This is the second reading of sanitation rates for the city of Siloam, and I'm here to answer any questions about this ordinance.
Thank you. Directors, comments or questions? I will ask, I believe at the last meeting, we talked a little bit about an ordinance that we had found previously
Yep.
that had been passed, and there was some comments made, and I think that maybe you were going to get some clarification for them, just
Yeah.
because we had the
Yes, ma'am.
two kind of conflicting ordinances, and we were speaking to the CPI.
Yes, and I've added that to the packet as well, the
Perfect.
other ordinance. So
Thank you
it's
very
in-
much.
Yep.
So, directors, other questions or comments? Anyone in the audience? If not, do I have a motion to place ordinance 24-08 on its second reading, suspending the rules, reading by title only?
So moved.
Second.
Wiles,
Yes.
Rissler,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
Hunt.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Motion is approved. Christina?
Ordinance number 24-08, an ordinance amending Chapter 82, Section 41 of the Siloam Springs Municipal Code, rates.
Thank you. Next is ordinance 24-09, second reading, amending municipal code, Chapter 102, short-term rentals. Chris?
Thank you, Mayor. This is the second reading. Nothing has changed since the first reading. Just as a reminder, this is the short-term rentals where the ordinance is being amended to better clarify some definitions, but the primary purpose of this revision was to make short-term rentals available by right in a C-based or an R-based, which is residential or commercial use. I can stand for any additional questions.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience that has a comment or question on ordinance 24-09? There being none, directors, do I have an ordinance a motion to place ordinance 24-09 on its second reading, suspending the rules, reading by title only?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Blair,
Yes.
Hunt,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
Rissler,
Yes.
Wiles,
Yes.
Motion is approved. Christina?
Ordinance number 24-09, an ordinance amending Chapter 102 of the Municipal Code with respect to short-term rentals.
Thank you. Next is ordinance, 24-10, second reading, vacation of a utility easement at the 200 block of North Simon Sager Avenue. Chris?
Thank you, Mayor. This is the same request that was from the first reading. Just as a reminder for the board, this was originally this item was originally seen by the board as a note that was on a previous plat for this stub-out street that was along Simon Sager that was going to be done by separate instrument. This is that separate instrument. The applicant has requested that the second and third readings be combined at the will of the board.
Thank you. Directors, comments or questions?
Madam Mayor,
Yes, Reed.
has there been any questions, comments, concerns since the first reading?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak to ordinance 24-10? There is not. So directors, I would ask, would you like make a motion to place ordinance 24-10 on its second and third reading, suspending the rules, reading by title only?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Wiles.
Yes.
Rissler.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Hunt.
Yes.
Motion is approved. Christina?
Ordinance number 2410, an ordinance vacating and abandoning utility easements at the 200 block of North Simon Sager Avenue.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to adopt ordinance 24-10?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Carroll.
Yes.
Rissler.
Yes.
Hunt.
Yes.
Wiles.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. I believe that we had discussed at the last meeting that because there is no emergency clause, it will be 30 days before this goes into effect. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much. And with that, we will move on to ordinance 2411, second reading, annexation of 1.25 acres at the 23790 Sycamore Heights Road. Chris?
Thank you, Mayor. This is, nothing has changed since the previous reading of this item. This is to allow Ms. Orcutt to have utilities at her property and has petitioned to annex into the city.
Thank you, Chris. Directors, comments or questions?
Madam Mayor,
Yes, Reed.
have there been any questions, comments, or concerns?
There have not been any questions, comments, or concerns, and Madam Mayor, the applicant has also requested the combination of the second and third readings.
Thank you, Chris. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak to ordinance 24-11?
I'm Sarah Orcutt, 23790 Sycamore Heights Road, and I do request, thank you all for your consideration, and do request that the readings be combined if possible.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else? Directors, any more comments or questions? If not, then I'll ask, do I have a motion to place ordinance 24-11 on its second and third readings, suspending the rules, reading by title only?
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Wiles.
Yes.
Rissler.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Hunt.
Yes.
Motion is approved. Christina?
Ordinance number 24-11, an ordinance accepting the annexation of certain territory described as 23790 Sycamore Heights Road to the city of Siloam Springs, Arkansas, and assigning same to a ward.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to adopt ordinance 24-11?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt. Roll call.
Blair.
Yes.
Hunt.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Rissler.
Yes.
Wiles.
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Thank you. With Dina, I will turn the floor over to you.
So the first item is the first quarter nonprofit reports. If there is anyone here, Mary, that would like to speak.
Good evening. I am Mary Nolan. I am the privileged person to be director of our Siloam Springs Museum. And glad to be here and share with you a few things that have happened recently. You have the report, and if there's any questions that you need clarification on, I'm happy to answer those. What we've been most encouraged about, I think probably in a little more than the last maybe 9 months or so, is that our attendance. People are finally discovering that the museum is up on the hill above Cafe on Broadway. And so many times we get somebody that comes in and goes, you know, I've lived here for a long time, didn't know this was here. So maybe next year we'll ask for a searchlight or something that we could, you know, that would bring people there. But anyway, that's been really exciting for us. This year we've had a couple really fun events. We had a very successful evening with Steve Garrett about the giraffe houses. And people have discovered what those are in town. And that's been a lot of fun. We had over 60 people attend that, so we were pretty pleased with how that went. We've also partnered this year with the Amazeum They've come in and done 2 children's activities with us. We taught young girls and a few boys to weave and paper quilling, and we'll have a couple more of those at the end of the year with Amazium. We are very privileged to have been chosen by the Heritage League. They do such a fantastic job in this town. Christmas parade, breakfast with Santa, scholarships, and all those things. Well, they chose the museum as their nonprofit to benefit from their gala that they had the other night. So we had a wonderful time. It was a great time to be there and meet folks and see how they are. So we were just really thrilled with that. We do have a couple challenges. I know you like to hear all the good stuff. And one of the challenges is just that we have such a large collection. And the way things go in the museum now that it's been renovated, it just is a different setup. So we are beginning to have to go through, it's a little by little, it's very task timing. It's going to take us a lot of time to go through the collection and begin to say those things that are really relevant to our history story and that kind of thing. So that's kind of one of our main goals for the next year or so, is to begin to do that. Currently, we have to pay for 2 storage units, plus everything that is stored at the basement. So we really want to reduce that fee and be able to just have everything closer to us. This summer, we'll be involved in Fourth Fridays. And on June 22nd, we are going to have kind of a heritage celebration. It is going to be at the museum. At that time, we are going to have new exhibits up. We're going to have updated exhibits. And so things might be the same information, but it'll be totally different and look a little more modern. So we're looking forward to that. There'll be music and kids' activities and demonstrations at that time. And then if I could just jump to my Rotary hat, if you don't mind. And that is that we did the Healing Garden next to the Parks and Recreation office. And today we were able to install the sign or the monument that will be there. And I just thought I'd read to you a little bit about the monument. It's a healing garden for veterans and others needing a quiet place to heal. And it's sponsored by the Siloam Springs Rotary. And the premier sponsors for that is Lazy Boy, the Joe F. Wallencheck, Louise Randolph Brown, Daryl and Carol Nesbitt, and Siloam Springs Regional Hospital have helped us do that. So those are the things I have. If anybody has any questions or comments, I'd be happy to entertain those.
Thank you, Mary. We appreciate it very much.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, Stacy Morris, Main Street, Siloam Springs, 16689 Old Highway 68 in Siloam.
Thank you, Stacy.
So you'll have our, Madam Mayor and Board, you have our report in your packet. So I'm just going to hit a few highlights from the first quarter and share a few things coming up in the future. We held our 2nd annual Cookie Palooza at the Brick Ballroom. 11 bakers competed for the title of Siloam's Best Baker. 150 people attended. That's almost double the attendance of last year. And they sampled each cookie and placed a vote for their favorite. This year's favorite was a blueberry macaron baked by Kaylee Holloway of Infinitely Baked. For the first time in 12 years that I've worked at Main Street, we had to reschedule our first quarter girls' night out because of severe weather. So that is actually happening this Thursday. Please, Jesus. Because the weather is, again, questionable, yes. But it's a garden party themed girls' night out. And girls' night out, in case you don't know what it is an evening where the shops stay open late and the ladies come downtown for a fun, relaxing evening of shopping and dining. And I want to thank Generations Bank for sponsoring this event. And then last Wednesday, we were honored to host the Main Street Missouri Connection and 42 of their program directors and board members in our community. We were able to provide a presentation about our historic downtown, and we took them on a walking tour. They visited 5 Main Street programs in Arkansas, and we were selected to be one of them. So we're kind of proud of that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. This Saturday, April 20th at Creekside, we have a cornhole tournament. May 4th, the Farmers Market opens in Memorial Park. May 10th is our annual main event fundraiser. And at the end of May, our first Fourth Friday kicks off. And that's a collaboration with the city, chamber, and Main Street. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you.
And last but not least, now, Arthur.
I'm so excited. It's great to be with you guys. Arthur Holbert, 20705 Highway 16, Silent Springs. President CEO of the Silent Springs Chamber of Commerce. It's great to be with you guys. Do want to remind everyone we have a festival. You may have heard of it. Going to be next week. Be the Dogwood Festival. It's going to be fantastic. We have probably a waiting list of about 50 to 60 vendors that didn't make it because we have so much interest in people being vendors. So we've made it bigger than ever, and it's just going to be really, really fantastic. A lot of great things going. I also do want to thank Chief Miller and the law enforcement police department for what they're doing to help increase security. They're ramping it up tremendously. Anytime you have 40 to 50,000 extra people in town, they keep us safe, and we want to recognize them. You guys do have my report in front of you, so I will not use the full balance of the 3 minutes. But from a 50,000-foot view, we're doing a lot of things, a lot of great things going on locally, but also too regionally with the Western Benton County Partnership, which I'm on the board and one of their chairs. We've met with the Arkansas Department of Transportation a couple times in the last quarter, looking on some increased funding for some roads, and just kind of in terms of what that looks like around X and A, what that looks like around the Silent Springs area, things like that. From an economic development standpoint, there's always a lot we can't say, but we had a significant development in the last couple of months. About all I can say is that we were able to recruit and bring in a site selection for a publicly traded company that's interested in Silent Springs. So it's really all I can say. But it looks good for us right now, and we'll see what that looks like. It would be a needle mover for our community if indeed that does happen. But the only thing else of interest in my report, because most of it's in code, is that we do have the railroad, which is Canadian Pacific, Kansas City Southern. It's a pretty big deal. Usually they're very hard to get hold of. They run through all the communities, but I've developed a relationship with someone there. The person's over their marketing from Canada to Mexico. Basically has been inside the chamber twice in the last month and a half, looking on some developments, and they're willing to possibly help with some economic development in this region. Supposedly we're sitting on some of the best rail in America. So a lot of good things going on. Basically, if you don't know, Kansas City Southern was bought out, acquired by Canadian Pacific. And that's about all I can say there. Then good things going on, a lot of regional things going on. And we've done some training for small businesses, and we're just happy to be here. Please come to Dogwood Festival. It's going to be wonderful. And since you're praying for your thing Thursday, we'll pray for Dogwood next week too. But regardless, we're going to have it. God bless y'all. Thank you.
Thank you, Arthur. Christina?
So February financials were attached to the agenda this time, so if you have any questions, let me know. Expenditures in excess of $30,000 include $39,750 for lawn tech mowing medians on Progress, East Tahlequah, and Sioux England. That's for Parks and Recreation, and $40,500 for labor and equipment to extend underground feeder circuits. And that's for the Country Club substation. And there are no purchases per resolution 0724. Community events surrounding the eclipse included Kite Day at City Lake Park, which drew around 400 visitors. And that included making kites, flying them, and the touch-a-truck from the police and fire departments. The eclipse viewing party on April 8th was even more successful. There were approximately 700 visitors, and the participants enjoyed music, games, and camaraderie leading up to the actual eclipse. And notably, every food truck completely sold out. So the roundtable meeting, which is another meeting that has to do with annexation, will be held on April 23rd from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at City Hall. And this is to foster constructive dialogue among stakeholders regarding the annexation, including city and Benton County residents, public officials, and key community members. They'll spend some time exchanging their perspectives, and the public is welcome to attend, but there's not any audience participation. A workshop is scheduled for April 24th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at City Hall, where the board will work together on setting city goals for the forthcoming years. And again, while this is a public meeting, there will not be any audience participation. And then I will circle back around because I wanted to remind you that there will be a ribbon cutting for the Siloam Springs Golf Club, April 25th at 1 p.m. So come out and celebrate the recent improvements. That's all I have.
Thank you, Christina. So at this time, I would like to accept a motion to go into executive session to discuss consideration of any public officer or employee. Do I have a motion? So moved. Do I have a second? Second. We have a motion and a second. We will adjourn into our executive session. We come back out, we will reconvene and announce any decisions that might be made. Thank you. After our executive session, there was no decision made, so therefore there is no motion to be made. We did complete the 6-month evaluation of the administrator per his contract. So with that, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, we are adjourned. Thank you.
You guys got out of here with no director.
Waiting for that.